Today I want to share how I plan our meals, particularly our dinners, so that I'm not spending time every single day figuring out what foods to prepare. I tend to lean towards simpler recipes. I've learned that keeping things simple works better for me long term. So today I'm starting off by prepping this rhubarb. I'm going to allow this to steam while I do the others. The meals that I'm preparing today are Königsberger Klopse, which is a German dish. I'm also preparing some salmon, and I'm preparing some potatoes to go with the Klopse, as well as some Jamaican chicken soup. When I'm planning our meals, the first thing I consider is what our family likes, as well as what haven't we had in a while, or is there something that we have never had and would like to try. Before going to the grocery store, I try to check what needs to be used up, whatever produce have been sitting there for a while, and I try to either make meals around those, or I try to incorporate them into whatever meal I'm preparing. I need potatoes for the soup as well as for the Königsberger Klopse. So I'm just peeling and chopping everything that I'm going to be needing for today's dishes. I'm dicing a few of them for the soup, but the ones for the Königsberger Klopse, I will just leave them whole. This pumpkin has been sitting in my pantry for about a month. So it's one of the reasons why I decided to make a chicken soup today, because I said, okay, I'm going to have to use this up before it goes bad. So this is finished. I'm going to turn it off now and put on the soup so that I can start cooking. I'm making the soup now. Just fill some water in the pot, a decent amount. I have some chicken wings there that I seasoned overnight. So these I'm going to be adding to the soup. I don't always season the chicken before putting it into the soup, but whenever I have the time, I like to do that. Even though I only cook twice per week, I tend to get on the prepping as early as possible. So throughout the week leading up to cooking days, I would usually thaw what needs to thaw. If there's something I need to marinate or prep, I usually just get on top of that before. Now I'm adding my pumpkin to the water. You can leave a few pieces till afterward, just so you have something in the soup, because it's gonna all boil out by the time it starts cooking. And I'm adding some salt, just a teaspoon and a quarter for now. I'm adding some pimento seeds as well, and a little bit of black pepper. And give it a little stir. And then I'm going to let that just boil for about 20 minutes before putting in the other ingredients. I'm using 2 large onions for the soup, and I just quarter those, dicing up some garlic. And I'm also dicing up some onions for the Königsberger Klopse. I almost forgot the carrots, so I'm just peeling those, and then I'm going to dice them up small, but they're for the soup as well. After that, I will just go ahead and choose my proteins. So I like to stick to about 2 to 3 proteins per week. So like for today, I'm using ground beef as one of my proteins, and I'm using salmon as one. And I'm making a one pot, which is a soup. So I'm using chicken in that. Usually when I buy a big portion of salmon like this, I normally just vacuum seal some of it and freeze it. But cleaning it up, guys, can be such a messy show. You know, descaling fish. So if I'm going to be spending the time now, I just decided I'm going to cook the entire thing. Doing it like this in one big batch cooking saves me so much time throughout the week when I don't have to be doing all this process of cleaning it up, cooking it, then tidying up back afterwards. These days I'm leaning towards batch cooking everything because it just makes my week feel a bit easier. Dinner smells so good from this soup. It's cooking way longer than I intended. But anyways, I'm putting in these vegetables now, the chopped potatoes, carrots, also the rest of the pumpkin that I chopped up in smaller pieces, just so you have some bite-sized pieces when you're having the soup. And I'm just adding the onions and the scallion at the same time. These scallions are from my garden, so I'm just adding that right now, as well as some ginger. Adding a little bit more black pepper. Adding the chopped garlic. And then I'm going to make the dumplings to put in it. For the seasoning, I'm keeping it very simple. That's how I like my salmon. So a little bit of olive oil in there. And I'm going in with some paprika, some black pepper, a little bit of garlic, and some salt. I needed up some flour with a little bit of salt for my spinners or my dumplings. So I'm gonna put these in right now. So this is cooking really nicely. Just pinching off small portions like this. I think I made these a little bit bigger. Don't want them too small. About this size. I'm just dropping these in. And I'm adding some of the thyme from my garden. These start to flower, but it's still fine. Using them anyways. I just added a little bit more thyme than I usually would because the flavor might be a bit milder since they're already entering the flowering stage. And I just push this over here because I need this burner to do the next dish. I'm going to start the fish in a second. I took the fish out of the bowl. Allow them to just drain right there on that board. I'm adding a little bit of Scotch bonnet pepper to it. Not really a pepper fan. And then after this cook down some more, I'm gonna just add the soup mix. I think I'm gonna fry the salmon while I am kneading up the ground beef to make the meatballs. I'm using 800 grams of ground beef. I'm just throwing that in. I need 2 eggs in this. Adding 1 teaspoon of salt. Maybe a little bit more, teaspoon and a quarter. Some black pepper. I think I made too much onions, but let me see. I start out a little bit slower, then I can always add some more. And I need 2 tablespoons of this breadcrumbs. Also adding a teaspoon of mustard. I'm going to go with my hand to knead this up so I can make the balls. And as always, I make a good enough amount of it to make a big batch. And when planning my meals, I also like to choose dishes that freeze very well. So at least 2 out of 3 of the different proteins that I'm doing, I would prefer if at least 2 of them can freeze. Just so I always have meals in the freezer. Mixing in the onions. I'm just putting in all of it, it doesn't matter. This is hot. I'm putting in the fish. Hands nice and fresh because I'm going to need to use both hands to make these meatballs. I'm adding some soup mix to it. I'm also adding some chicken soup mix to it. Give it a stir and then I turn this off. I've never freezed salmon before, but I've frozen fried chicken, so I don't think it should be that different. I'm just more concerned about if the salmon will dry out because I don't want to make a sauce for it. I just like it like this with maybe a little bit of lemon juice over it. Have you ever frozen fish before? Like, how do you do it? Do you put it in a sauce? Or do you just wrap it up individually and freeze it as fried fish? If you've done it before, I'd like to know how yours come out. Fish is almost finished cooking. I'm just going to put on the pot now to boil these. Like I said, oftentimes I choose meals that we haven't had in a while or something that we really like. And my husband requested these because he has not had them in a while. I'm trying to include more German dishes in my meal planning. Just that I'm not so versed on cooking a lot of the dishes as yet. But I'm trying. My goal is to say maybe do one German dish a month. I should have had this on the stove ready to boil up. Anyways, I'm just gonna put it on boost so it boils up quickly. Then I can put these balls in. The water is hot now, so I'm just about to put the meatballs in. Fish is also done. I just put them in. And when they float to the top, that's when they're done cooking. I forgot to season my water, so I need to put some salt in it. Just a little bit of salt. Should be fine. Or let me cover it for a few minutes. Cook the potatoes to go with them. And I'm also making some turmeric rice to go with the fish. These are cooked now, so I'm gonna take them out. Make the sauce for the German meatballs. So I'm taking some of this same broth here that I cooked the meatballs in, straining out 500 ml of that. Need 30 grams of butter and 30 grams of flour. So the butter is melted now. I don't know if you guys can see it. And I'm adding my flour. Just whisking around to cook out the flour. I'm putting in my broth. To get it really good. Whisk fast. So whisk it up fast so that it doesn't get clumpy on me. And I'm putting in the cotton. Just putting 2 tablespoons of it. I'm putting a teaspoon of mustard in it. And I'm gonna juice half of a lemon in it. Now I'm allowing this to cook down for about 5 minutes. Need an egg yolk for the sauce. Add a little bit of salt, black pepper, and I'll give it a taste. It's good. Could take a little bit more salt. And then give it another taste. Yeah, that's it. A lot of citron. You can taste the lemon in it. Have a little bit of a tartness to it, but I like it. It's good. Yeah, that's ready. Königsberger Klopse. German meatballs. So these are the meals that I prepared today. The garden is currently bursting with herbs, so I decided to just use that up. Chopped up a lot of parsley on the salmon, as well as on the potatoes and on the Königsberger klopse. This is the rest of the soup that I need to portion out to put in the fridge. These jars I just fill out to a certain point. I normally leave about 1.5 inches, just enough headspace so that when it goes into the freezer it doesn't break. That's it. And the rhubarb is so delicious, nice and tart. So I'm just gonna add some whipped cream to that. So my darlings, this is what has been working for me lately in keeping meals simple at home. I hope you enjoyed spending some time in the kitchen with me today. Before you go, if you enjoy this kind of content, I'd love to have you here. And there are a few more videos on my channel that I think you'll also enjoy. I appreciate you stopping by, and until next time, darling, have a blessed day.